Morning, Gene.
Good morning.
It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That it certainly is.
Yes, and I passed along. My daughter Amy in Omaha said the weather forecast is a bit uncertain. Anywhere from 1 to 7 inches of snow may be falling.
That's a pretty good spread.
Yeah, well, it leaves a lot of room there, you know.
A lot of room for error.
Yeah, kind of like a hand grenade. All you got to do is get it close.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
There are a few things that close is just fine.
Yes. Oh, well, today is Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day, or as millions of quarantine people call it, Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pajamas. One thing.
Well, everybody that's working from home, they're not going to bother to, hey, why bother, right?
Yeah, one of the best days in my life, when we were kids growing up, of course, you wore pajamas, and I couldn't stand them. So that was a big celebration when I was able to make that executive decision and not wear pajamas anymore.
That's probably more information than we were looking for today.
That probably is.
Yeah, that's okay. And Mike Tyson says he'd like to move to London. Yeah, which explains why the media saw Prince Charles wearing reinforced steel ear protectors, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And today is High Five Day. Yeah, I'm not real good at a high five. Kind of a moderate five.
Moderate, yeah. Moderate.
The high five replaced the handshake, you know. The high five has since been replaced by the fist bump. And I predict the fist bump will be replaced by the toe touch.
Or no touch.
Yes.
Something like that.
Maybe a smile will do.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Are you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays, yes.
Well, we have a few.
On a Thursday.
Yes. Actor Peter Mark Richmond is 93. Singer Bobby Vinton is 85.
Wow.
And actress Ellen Barkin, 66. Actor Michael Gill, 60. Jason Scheff of Chicago, the group Chicago. He may be from the city, but he's part of the group Chicago, 58. Singer Jimmy Osmond is 57. Actor, comedian Martin Lawrence, 55. Actor John Cryer is 55. One of my favorite movies of all time is A Christmas Story. Well, Peter Billingsley, Ralphie, is 49 today. Actor Lucas Haas, 44. Broadway actress Kelly O'Hara, 44. Actress Sadie Sink is 18. Local birthdays coming up.
The president announced that he will extend social distancing guidelines through April 30th.
In the Kxo newsroom, we've got a COVID-19 update from the Imperial County Health Department.
Coronavirus is affecting everyone.
He's issued a domestic travel warning
First
for
coronavirus death in Baja California.
employees were diagnosed with COVID-19.
It's a COVID-19 survival tip.
Globally, we have passed the 500,000 mark with
Stay
cases
home.
of
Stay home.
COVID-19.
Stay home. Stay home.
Hope everybody's safe.
We have our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Bobby Ellis, Rosalie Avina, Gloria Vasquez, Eduardo Amezcua, Randy Holmes, Daniel Ponce, Martha Rodriguez, Tyler Jensen, Jacob Keating, Joshua Irving, Helen Noriega, Kirk Schiebelhut, Lillian Agundes, Mara Valenzuela, Sandy Lyon, Elisa Packram, Crystal Reardon, Nicholas Arambula. Happy birthday from KXO. And we wish each and every one of them a very happy birthday. Anything else exciting? Or I think maybe we ought to jump in. We've got
a lot of news.
We've got a visit with the mayor of Calexico, Bill Hodge, and we'll get to that. And another update on the numbers. We've got that coming up. And we'll have film at 11 somewhere. Okay? Yes. Right now, it's a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News update.
Nursing homes have been a prime breeding ground for COVID-19. The numbers from correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti.
He reached out to every state, but only got complete data from 19. Officials confirmed more than 35,000 seniors and staff have tested positive. More than 5,700 have died.
The government says about 5.3 million people filed first-time unemployment claims last week. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
To imagine in a 4-week span that we have more than 22 million Americans who are filing for unemployment claims, it is astounding, it is shocking, and it is profoundly sad.
And as President Trump talks about restarting the country in a couple of weeks, plans to be announced today, New York Mayor Bill de Blasio is worried.
If we can't provide the basics for our people, then you can kiss your recovery goodbye. It's as blunt as that.
CBS News Update, I'm Peter King.
Lock Air Conditioning wants you to protect the things you care about. Protect your family with the air scrubber that utilizes Active Pure, certified technology to protect against airborne and surface contaminants. Clean, deodorize, purify, and protect not only your family, but your home. The air scrubber installs easily to your heating and cooling system, and it's made in the USA. Call Lock Air Conditioning now for details. 760-353-4501. Lock Air Conditioning and protect the things you care about. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Governor Gavin Newsom says he's redirecting government employees so they can help process a record number of unemployment insurance applications.
Just in the last 4 weeks, 2.7 million Californians have formally filed for unemployment insurance. We are in the process right now of dealing with an unprecedented number of people making phone calls.
Newsom signing an executive order extending government unemployment call center hours to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. Emergency room doctors pleading with patients not to be afraid to seek medical care for a serious issue during the current pandemic.
We're seeing patients come in with strokes that have been delayed for several days. People sitting at home with appendicitis for 5 or 6 days.
Dr. Russell Rodriguez with John Muir Health in Walnut Creek says hospitals have seen an alarming drop in the number of patients coming in for non-COVID-19 related issues, apparently fearing that by going there they could catch the virus themselves. Cooling to the low 70s in the Bay Area, mid-70s in L.A. The storm moving in tomorrow. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort specialist.
¿Sabes por qué las personas en el condado de Imperial están hablando sobre Brand New Day? Brand New Day es un plan de medicamentos recetados de Medicare Advantage que proporciona cobertura con primas mensuales sin ningún costo o a bajo costo y cubre visitas al médico, cuidado hospitalario y medicamentos recetados sin ningún costo o a bajo costo. Brand New Day cubre servicios que no son proporcionados por Medicare original, como servicios dentales, de la vista, aparatos auditivos, transporte desde y hacia consultas médicas, medicamentos sin receta y más. Muchos médicos en el condado de Imperial participan en Brand New Day, incluyendo el Centro Médico Centro Regional, el Distrito de Atención Médica Pioneers Memorial, los hospitales Scripps y el Centro Médico de la Universidad de California en San Diego. Para mayor información, llame al 855-611-6404 y reciba un organizador Medicare gratuito, solo por llamar, sin compromiso de afiliarse. El número es 855-611-6404. Puede registrarse hoy. Brand New Day es un plan de necesidad especial HMO con un contrato de Medicare. Las inscripciones en Brand New Day dependen de la renovación del contrato anual. Para ajustes de personas con necesidades especiales en reuniones, llame al 866-255-4795.
It's page one of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 2 locations in the Valley, one in Brawley, another in El Centro. Quick Lane, they're ready to serve.
Well, the Calexico City Council met last night. We have a visit with Calexico Mayor Bill Hodge.
One important item was the 2019-2020 third quarter budget status report and the 5-year general fund projection and proposed budget amendment, all in one item. Now, the current global virus pandemic is expected to severely impact sales tax and local program fees for the remaining months of the fiscal year. Furthermore, the proposed budget amendment reduces revenues and anticipates a net reduction in fund balance during the 2019-2020 fiscal year. However, the positive news is that the overall general fund projection anticipates that reserves will cover the short-term revenue losses. With proposed amendments, the current general fund projection shows that the city is on track to hold a 4%, that's not much, but we'll take it, 4% operating reserve by June 30th, 2020, end of the current fiscal year. Also, last night, Police Chief Geraldo gave a verbal presentation on the evolving COVID-19 issue of wearing facial coverings. In essence, it was reported that on Friday, April 10th, the Imperial County official issued a new health officer order requiring all Imperial County residents and visitors to wear cloth facial coverings in public. Because COVID-19 continues to evolve, the CDC felt strongly that the use of face coverings may help reduce the spread of the virus by those who are infected but have not started to feel sick. It is now ordered under the Health and Safety Code that residents must wear cloth face coverings when leaving their homes and are likely to come in contact with other members in the public. There is a steep consequence for breaking this new order. Violation of the order is considered a misdemeanor, punishable by a fine up to $1,000 and or by jail term up to 90 days for each offense. The Calexico Police Department in the next few weeks will not be stringently enforcing the order, but taking an educational approach. The first priority of the Calexico Police Department is to educate citizens on the purpose and need of wearing cloth facial coverings. But an exception exists if there are large gatherings of people wearing no facial coverings or individuals that are defiant to the new order, then there will be a citation.
And that concludes that report with the mayor of Calexico. Well, the numbers are in. The number of positive cases of the virus in Imperial County continues to grow. As of Wednesday evening, there have been 10 more positive cases identified in Imperial Valley, with a total now of 127. Of the positive cases, 84 are active. There have been 3 deaths and 40 individuals have recovered. Calexico has 37 cases, El Centro 30, Brawley 21, Imperial 16, Heber 8, Salton Sea has 12, Calipatria 3, Holtville 3, Westmoreland, and Winter Haven 1. There are 11 cases, 17 and under, 64 between 18 and 49, 23 between 50 and 64, and 22 age 65 and older. KXO News Time, 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the Valley, on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And Quick Lane has the best prices on name brand tires, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro.
Well, the ACLU in the news with a lawsuit. Here's more on that story.
They want it dismissed. ACLU Foundation for San Diego and Imperial Counties had filed the lawsuit against the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement on behalf of 4 detainees. 2 are detained at the Otay Mesa Detention Center, and 2 are at the Imperial Regional Detention Facility in Imperial County. Lawsuit asked that the detainees be released from custody because they have medical conditions that make them highly vulnerable to serious illness and death if infected by COVID-19. ICE has announced the 4 were released from custody late last week. ACLU says they consider that a victory and are requesting the courts dismiss the lawsuit that they had filed. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
That will conclude this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the valley on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
The game is about to start. Get your face out your phone. Just a minute. I'm completing the 2020 census. Why do you care? Listen, the census will impact how and where public funds will flow in our communities each year. If we're counted, we'll get better funding for our schools, even affordable housing. Wow. Well, I'm going to complete the census now. All right, then. Let's take a shot.
Complete the census online, by phone, or by mail. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. Do not forget to buy lentils, or the lentil soup you're making for dinner will be sorely lacking. By the way, Mrs. Calloway says thanks for helping her bundle home and auto. She appreciates the extra savings, even though you kept using the word apropos incorrectly. But the main thing is do not forget to buy, what was it? Something apropos the lentil soup. Sorry, I'll call you back.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
It's page 2 of the local news. Page 2, a service of David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Imperial County Fire responded to a haystack fire Wednesday morning. The fire was reported at about 10:30 a.m. on Austin Road, just north of McCabe Road. Austin Road was closed for some time. The fire is expected to burn through today. Well, County Public Works has a reminder for the public. Here's more in that story.
It was issued recently. All county regional parks and lakes are still closed to the public. Closure is to help prevent the community spread of the coronavirus. The closure includes Sunbeam Lake, Weast Lake, Red Hill Park, and Palo Verde Park. If you need more information, contact the Imperial County Public Works Department. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Imperial Valley Vegetable Growers Association and the board of the Coalition of Labor, Ag, and Business of Imperial Valley announced the selection of Shelby Dill as the new executive director for the 2 organizations effective May 1st. Dill is a recent graduate of Oklahoma State University with a Bachelor's of Science in Ag Education. She is a native of Imperial County and a graduate of Brawley Union High School. For each of her 4 years at Oklahoma State University, she was the recipient of a number of scholarships, including Imperial Valley Vegetable Growers Produce Scholarship. The organization will retain Kay Precola to assist in the transition. As previously announced, Precola will retire effective July 1 of this year, but has agreed to be available in an advisory role for some time after that date. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carol Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says dry and near seasonable conditions will continue into next week across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. A dry, low-pressure system will bring breezy conditions tomorrow with slightly cooler conditions on Saturday. High pressure moves through Sunday into Monday, with temperatures rising into the upper 80s across the valleys. A second dry weather system is possible for next Tuesday, bringing another round of breezy conditions and a brief dip in temperatures before rebounding later next week. Sunny today with a high near 90, southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 58. West wind 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Friday will be sunny with a high near 83. West-southwest wind 5 to 15 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Sunny on Saturday with a high near 81. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour. Gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 85. West wind about 5 miles per hour. We have 65 degrees downtown, 37% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-southwest, 7 to 10 miles per hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
As our country continues to work through this crisis, China Palace Chinese Food remains open to serve our customers. Simply call 760-353-1510 for takeout service. You and your family can enjoy the same great food you're accustomed to for lunch or dinner in the comfort of your home or office. If you need a menu, go to ChinaPalaceRestaurants.com. Delivery to your home or office is also available. So order your favorite Chinese food, lunch or dinner dishes like salt and pepper fish or chicken, Mongolian beef or chicken, seafood dishes, and more. For home or office takeout, call now, 760-353-1510, 353-1510. That's 353-1510. Yes, China Palace Chinese Food is now open for takeout service for as long as they're allowed to do so. Takeout service now at China Palace Chinese Food.
It's Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by your Imperial Valley Ford dealers. Well, the NFL draft is a week away, but the book in Vegas, hey, we got nothing else to bet on, so why not throw out the odds on the New England Patriots and next year's Super Bowl? Well, Caesars sets the Patriots to win. Yeah, the win total of 8.5. That's the lowest since 2003, pre-Brady. Buccaneers tight end O.J. Howard is on the trading block. The Bucs' former first-round pick could be dealt within the next week. What with the draft coming up, things are going to start to move. And quarterback Jared Goff says, I'm all for it when it comes to restructuring his contract. The Rams have the worst cap situation in the NFL. They took a big chance trying to capture a Lombardi trophy, and some of those decisions have backfired. They made Todd Gurley the highest paid running back 2 years ago, but they ended up releasing him. Yeah, some of the Rams' decisions are right up there with the Chargers' decisions for stupidity.
Everyone is trying to do their part, especially now. And here's how your Ford dealer is built to lend a hand. Ford service centers are an essential part of your community. And your Ford dealer is there to help you during these trying times. If your vehicle is in need of service, simply call to schedule an appointment. Your participating Ford service centers are ready to help. Ask about pickup and delivery options. Plus, they've implemented enhanced cleaning measures for added peace of mind. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let your local Ford dealer do their part and help take care of you. Contact your local participating Ford dealer for more details or go online at Ford.com.
In other news, the U.S. Soccer Federation announced that it is terminating its Development Academy, a nationwide youth league encompassing several age groups for both boys and girls, effective immediately. And in a related announcement, MLS said it is forming a new youth competition for the league's academy teams that might also include non-MLS youth teams. Meanwhile, the Byron Nelson Classic will have a new home when the tournament returns to the PGA Tour next year. TPC Craig Ranch, about 30 minutes north of downtown Dallas, will host the Nelson for at least 5 years. And Mike Trout says, okay, yeah, we can play in Arizona, but let's be realistic about it. Trout says he wants to get back to playing soon, but there is a catch. The idea that they're all going to be playing in minor league spring training stadiums in Arizona will present problems. NFL football tonight on AM 1230 KXO, the 1992 wild card game, Houston and Buffalo. We've got game. We do. And it's coming your way at 5 o'clock this afternoon on AM 1230 KXO. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by your Imperial Valley Ford dealers.
At Dr. Azinge Family Medicine, 2026 Imperial Avenue, Suite D in El Centro. You'll find distinctive, compassionate care for the family, 5 years and up. Dr. Azinge Family Medicine provides one stop for the whole family. Senior care, women's care, pap smears, hormonal health replacement therapy, suboxone treatment, and more. We take most insurance. Affordable cash rates available too. Call to make an appointment at 760-693-5372. That's 760-693-5372. Dr. Azinge Family Medicine. Optimal care for the whole family. 2026 Imperial Avenue, Suite D in El Centro.
Financial news and weather brought to you this morning by H&R Block, with offices throughout the Imperial Valley. The G20 says, hey, we can do this. They've agreed to debt standstill during the coronavirus outbreak for the world's poorest countries. The IMF and World Bank heads have said the countries have agreed to suspend repayment of official bilateral credit starting May 1st, according to the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. Right now, on Wall Street, rather mixed reports. The Dow Jones Industrials at 23,377. That's off 127 points. S&P 500 up 4.5 at 2,787. And the NASDAQ up 91 points at 8,484. Meanwhile, gold up $15.20 an ounce. And oil is up 27 cents a barrel. Things still remain in flux. New home construction off 22% in March as the coronavirus shifts the tides in the housing market. And Fannie Mae says home sales will decline by 15% this year due to the coronavirus. But what will happen to property prices? Yeah, that's still kind of up in the air.
When you do your taxes with H&R Block, you can work with the same tax pro year after year, so they can be there with you through all of life's changes. From bum, 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 to dun, 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 and definitely, hey, baby. H&R Block tax pros have an average of 10 years experience, getting people every credit and deduction they deserve. Now guess what that sounds like? Ka-ching! Make an appointment or walk in today. It's better with Block.
There's a lot going on in the world right now, but getting your tax refund is as important as ever. H&R Block is here to help you safely get your taxes done. Just drop off your documents at H&R Block and a tax pro will do the rest.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 90, southwest wind about 5 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low about 58, west winds 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Friday will be sunny with a high near 83, west-southwest wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. 66 degrees downtown, 37% relative humidity. Financial news brought to you by H&R Block. Get your taxes done right at H&R Block.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns. And that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
Coming up about 10:30 this morning, George Gale will be visiting with Andrea Coolin of the Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan in northern New Jersey. In the last 4 weeks, 22 million Americans have filed for unemployment benefits, a staggering number. The government reported this morning 5.2 million were added in last week to reach that mark. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
It does look like to economists when they project forward that we will start to see these claims tail off through the month of April, and that would be really great news.
But some economists say unemployment this month could hit levels not seen since the Great Depression of the 1930s. In New York City this morning, Mayor Bill de Blasio admitted the coronavirus crisis has left the city's budget in tatters.
We have been making cuts, and those cuts are painful, but they pale in comparison to the challenges ahead.
At the White House, CBS's Paula Reed tells us we'll likely get more details on the early plans to restart at least parts of the country.
The president insists that we have passed the peak of this outbreak, but that is much more optimistic language than his medical experts are willing to use. They say mitigation is working, but that we need more testing before we can begin to reopen parts of the country. But later today, the president will have a call with 50 state governors, and he is expected to encourage a handful of states to begin to ease social distancing.
Former Trump economic advisor Gary Cohn says businesses should be making plans to reopen, but how the virus is handled will be the bottom line.
We're going to have to respond based on a reinfection rate. If we see no reinfection, we can speed up the process.
The small business loan program has reached its $350 billion limit. Overseas, China refutes renewed allegations that the coronavirus originated in a lab near the city of Wuhan. CBS's Cammie McCormick says American officials want answers.
This is just one of the theories being investigated. The intelligence community isn't ruling anything out, but has not narrowed this down to one theory. Some researchers believe this couldn't have been man-made, but the virus itself could have been of natural origin, and an accident or lapse in security at the Wuhan lab could have been the source of human infection.
On CBS This Morning, Vermont Senator and former presidential candidate Bernie Sanders says he's confident most of his supporters will get behind Joe Biden and believes the presumptive Democratic nominee will hear him out on key issues.
On health care, he is not an advocate of Medicare for all, as I am, but I think he's prepared to come forward with some ideas.
Wall Street right now, a split decision. The Dow is down 90 points. The NASDAQ is up. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open an account with a savings rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One NA, member FDIC.
At CBS News, our mission is to provide you with the facts you need to stay safe and informed. CBS This Morning and the CBS Evening News continue to deliver the latest news and developments on the COVID-19 outbreak. You can watch our free streaming service, CBSN, 24/7 at our website or on your phone using the CBS News app. Right now, we know you have a lot of questions and are looking for answers, and we want you to know CBS News is here to help you make sense of it all.
Truck Talk, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Here's some advice I bet you didn't think you'd hear on this commercial. Read a book. Okay, let me clarify. Read the book that is your truck owner's manual. You'll find maintenance checklists, cleaning advice, and more. An informed truck driver is a truck driver that can be prepared for anything. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
There's a new setback for the Keystone XL pipeline project.
A federal judge rules the Army Corps of Engineers failed to consider the effects of the pipeline on endangered species such as pallid sturgeon that lives in the rivers that would be crossed by the project. Work on the 1,200-mile route began earlier this month on the pipeline that is to stretch from Canada crossing Montana to Nebraska. It's designed to carry 35 million gallons of crude a day. The pipeline, quashed twice by the Obama administration, was revived by President Trump. Gary Nunn, CBS News.
The National Weather Service now says more than 100 tornadoes struck the south in that two-day outbreak that killed more than 30 people early this week. Forecast teams checking for damage found 105 storm tracks totaling more than 770 miles. The worst was an EF4 tornado on the ground for 68 miles in Mississippi. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Balance of Nature, changing the world, one life at a time.
Yeah, I really enjoy the product completely. It's really been very, very good for my hair and my skin. A little bit more energy and just most of the time being able to fight off, the sicknesses too. I have not been sick since I have started it.
Balance of Nature is now offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code FRUITS.
Newsmax TV is America's new cable news channel everyone is talking about. Find it on DirecTV, Xfinity, Dish, Spectrum, Optimum, Cox, Fios, Uverse, Suddenlink, and more. Now, Newsmax is conducting a national poll, asking Americans if they support President Trump during this crisis. It's easy to vote. Just text the word FISH to 39747. That's FISH to 39747. Let us know your opinion about President Trump. Send FISH to 39747. And don't forget to watch Newsmax TV today.
No child in Imperial County should go hungry. This is Jean Oswald for the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Living in a food insecure home makes it difficult for children to perform efficiently in school and to face the challenges of being a child. I urge you to help these kids. Donate to the Food Bank's Backpack Program. Recipients are children who rely on school meals and risk going hungry on weekends when they're away from school. The Ivy Food Bank Backpack Program. Donate online at ivyfoodbank.org.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial Caddy. They need your help now more than ever.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I have no words for it. I'm kind of shocked right now, actually.
With Carroll Buckley.
Not that I like it, but I do.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230.